Islam doing Beye? It's March the 16th, 2019. As a Hebrew Muslim and your wife this lifetime, and my nationality is Moorish American. I'm about to read the next part. I'm going to read Article 4 of the U.S.A Constitution. Article 4 and then Matthew. Oops. Oh, there it is. Okay. Article 4. I'll start off by reading the preamble again. It says, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, and to ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Now I'm going to read Article 4, okay? Okay, and it says, Article 4, Section 1. Full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state, and the Congress may by general laws prescribe the manner in which such acts, records, and proceedings shall be proved, and the effects thereof. Section 2. The citizens of each state shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of citizens in the several states. A person charged in any state with treason, felony, or other crime, who shall flee from justice and be found in another state, shall, on demand of the executive authority of the state from which he fled, be delivered up, to be removed to the state having jurisdiction of the crime. Okay. No person held to service or labor in one state under the laws thereof, escaping into another, shall, in consequence of any law or regulation therein, hold on one second. No person held to service or labor in one state under the law thereof, escaping into another, shall, in consequence of any law or regulation therein, be discharged from such service or labor, but shall be delivered up on claim of the party to whom such service or labor may be due. Section 3. No states may be admitted by the Congress into this union, but new states may be admitted by the Congress into this union, but no new state shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state. Not any state be formed by the junction of two or more states or parts of states without the consent of the legislatures of the states concerned as well as of the Congress. The Congress shall have power to dispose of and make all needful rules and regulations respecting the territory of other property belonging to the United States, and nothing in the Constitution shall be so construed as to prejudice any claims of the United States or of any particular state. Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive, when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. Islam. Okay, that's at 6 minutes, and that's Article 4. Of the U.S. Constitution. Now I'm going to read okay, the Holy Bible was made public law October 4th, 1982. This was approved. Public Law 97-280, October 4th, 1982, 96 Stat, 1211, by the 96th Congress, Joint Resolution. So what I'm going to do now is read Matthew of the Holy Bible, chapter 22. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and read the entire, what it says in Joint Resolution. It says, authorizing and requesting the President to proclaim 1983 as Year of the Bible. Whereas the Bible, the Word of God, has made a unique contribution in shaping the United States as a distinctive and blessed nation and people. Whereas deeply held religious convictions springing from the Holy Scriptures led to the early settlement of our nation. Right now, I'm feeling a little pressure on my back. I'm at Whole Foods in Annapolis, Maryland, as someone popped open a can, and it's also, so I'm giving testimony according to Revelation chapter 12, verse 11 in the Holy Bible as a Hebrew Muslim. My nationality is Moorish American. In Annapolis, Maryland, there is a Army base, Fort Mig, and then there is also the Navy, and so I'm here right now in Annapolis, Maryland. My name is Arrington-Bey. And as I'm reading how the Holy Bible is public law, I felt a slight pressure. I'm reminding Dwayne Beye among a telepathic community. Okay, and that science, that is telepathy, and Malik-Bey and I, Arrington-Bey, reject. Too many who have this science behave like a savage. Not all, but too many behave like a savage. And they are used as slaves to cause harm. It's good for those that are in the medical field, that have chose to open up hospitals to make a profit but not heal. But it's not good for those who are ignorant to why they're feeling sharp pains, why they are having headaches. Okay, so too many of them that have this science of telepathy are used to help those hospitals, pharmacy, make money. Okay, so I'm going to continue to read. Whereas biblical teachings, inspired concepts of civil government that are contained in our Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. Whereas many of our great national leaders, among them President Washington, Jackson, Lincoln, and Wilson, paid tribute to the surpassing influence of the Bible in our country's development. As in the words of President Jackson, that the Bible is the rock on which our republic rests. Whereas the history of our nation clearly illustrates the value of voluntary applying the teachings of the scriptures in the lives of individuals, families, and societies. Whereas the nation now faces great challenges that will test this nation as it has never been tested before, and whereas that renewing our knowledge of and faith in God through Holy Scriptures can strengthen us as a nation and a people. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled, that the President is authorized and requested to designate 1983 as a national year of the Bible, in recognition of both the informative influence the Bible has been for our nation. I'm going to read this one more time. Okay. Resolved by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled, that the President is authorized and requested to designate 1983 as a national year of the Bible, in recognition of both the formative influence the Bible has been for our nation and our national need to study and apply the teachings of the Holy Scriptures. And it says approved October the 4th, 1982. Okay? And when I mentioned the Army and the Navy, I don't know if the military is operating under these divine laws of freedom. Okay, that means they have had to be naturalized by taking an oath or affirm to uphold the proclamation of Abraham Lincoln, the 13th Amendment of 20 sections, and the Constitution of 1787, and all amendments that go with it. And if they haven't, that means they are operating under a foreign jurisdiction. And then I have to question, is the Commander-in-Chief, which is the President, was he naturalized as well? Because he's supposed to be in control, the Commander-in-Chief of the Navy and the Army. Or is he operating under a foreign jurisdiction? Okay. Now I'm going to read Matthew chapter 22 of the Holy Bible. It says, And Jesus answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again he sent forth other servants, saying, Tell them which are bidden, Behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. But they made light of it, and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them. Okay, I'm going to reread that again, make sure I understand. So, and Jesus answered and spake unto them again by parables and said, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen, my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. But they made light of it, and went their way, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he went forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burned up their city. Then said he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which was bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen. Then when the Pharisees took counsel how they might entangle him in his walk, and they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of God in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the person of man. Tell us therefore, what thinkst thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? But Jesus perceived their wickedness and said, and they sent out unto him their disciples with wickedness. Why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, whose is this image and superscription? They say unto him, Caesar's. They say he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. When they had heard these words, they marveled and left him, and went their way. The same day came to him the seducers, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die, having no children, his brother shall marry his wife, and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise, the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And last of all, the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7th? For they all had her. Jesus answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the Scriptures nor the power of God. For the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read which was spoken unto you by God, saying, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob? God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine. Okay, I'm going to reread that again. It says, starting just the first 7 verses, starting with 21. They said unto him, Caesar's. Then saith he unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God. Okay. Okay, when they had heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way. The same day came to him the seducers, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die, having no children, his brother shall marry his wife, and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And last of all the women died also. And last of all the woman died also. Therefore in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her. Jesus answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of God. Islam. For in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not read that which was spoken unto you by God, saying, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob? God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the seducers to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. While the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, saying, What think ye of Christ? Let me read this again. It says, On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. While the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, saying, What think ye of Christ? Whose son is he? They said unto him, The son of David. He said unto them, How then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying, The Lord said unto my Lord, Sit thou on my right side, till I make thy enemies thy footstool. If David then call him Lord, how is he his son? And no man was able to answer him a word, neither does any man from that day forth ask him any more questions. I'm going to reread this again. Oops, I'm at 28 minutes. Okay, it says, On these two commandments, while the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, saying, What think ye of Christ? I'm going to come back to this. Islam. It's March the 16th, 2019. I'm Rhonda Arrington-Bey, Islam, and I'm at Whole Foods in Annapolis, Maryland. As a Hebrew Muslim, as your wife, Beye, and my nationality is Moorish American Islam.